What about the land they are taking? We have not validated. What about the cattle they are taking? We have not validated. What about the wildlife they are using to survive? What they have not validated. This, if you count everything in the economy, if this country had leadership which can be able to control, we would be very far. We talk in my manifesto about medicine. Medicine. Now that is where I will go for it. But so that means you need a leader who can block that. So I come with a plan to block the theft of that nature, to block the theft of your minerals, to block you see, you can't think we have been on where people live on lakes. How do you chase a human being from a lake which God gave him? He's supposed to fish, get some fish to eat, and then he some to go and sell. So for me, I come from Mount Elgon. They should bring fish to Mbale, people buy, and then also buy some coffee to take to their homes. So this one we will deal with it. Now when I was talking about health, so these are things we are going to work around, and when we block theft, my brother, it means the taxes, you know, that is the money they steal is from the budget. That means the reason why the tax is high, they must budget for theft. Now if I have blocked theft, the tax will go down. And when the tax goes down, and I've invested more in the small businesses, which they are not going to be taxed, it looks now the economy of the small businesses will grow up and up until they reach a certain bracket where we'll tax. Meanwhile, in agriculture, it's growing. We have invested, you have got seedlings, you have got fertilizer, where the soil is bad, not in Karamoja, where I'm sure the land is virgin. Production is high, whatever you produce is bought.
Yeah.
If you know, and we're going to put silos, you know, silos, stores.
Yeah.
For you to bring your food, whether they are tomatoes, there will be fridges to keep them, so that they are taken to Nairobi, they are taken to UK for purposes of what? Selling. So whatever you grow will be sold. Now, we will give you what you call a warehouse receipt. You brought in 100 bags of maize, validated bag at 500,000. So 100, that is your 50 million. Of course, you're getting it.
Yeah.
50 million. Here's a warehouse for 50 million. As now, you will never get less than 50 million. You will get more. So, my brother, what will happen when you go to the bank now, your cooperative bank, which will be brought back, agriculture bank, own bank, you have your 50 million to start life with. But that's it. Now, healthcare. The reason why healthcare is bad is simply because the health sector is sick.
Okay, thank you so much, the presidential candidate. Before we get down into the healthcare, I request we get down into a short commercial break down here, and when we come back, we give a chance to Etolim to translate to us to this briefly. As we get back to the healthcare, we shall be starting right from the healthcare as we come back from the commercial break. Iklakara kapo na tekel moto fama loto mapak ne tianaga apena monengu to wadio ani kibonguni keponja lokati yoko tolim nga kronugo adio urien ani kibong na obo apa tapanga krong na kanga ni olawang daktarin kang na chang na wapakinete. Ngita pena kon radio kang yutong na radio kon tarayong innocent kodet nginda ye e jawniti ngole weta loto mepati ngolo KFDC iko pukan loto mebukula Uganda eke jawnti yong ngita pena kon radio kang yutong na radio kon apena ngtu wadio atobong to klakara. We can relax a little bit. Salimwa. You don't talk, you signal. When you feel cold, you signal.
We are alive. We are alive.
Just a moment.
We are alive. One bank was which year?
Which year?
One bank was which year?
98 to 2001. Of course, after becoming a member of parliament, that's when I went back to resign in August. You know, I went back, but they told me not to resign. I said, I have no time.
Land grabbing, their rights. This Karamoja don't take care of cows, and counterfeit drugs are a big problem. So we have said in our manifesto that we shall give clean drugs so that the house of the Karamoja and other communities will not die.
Also talk about the Karachuna who have been arrested, 6,000 falsely. Without trying.
You said they will be
That is
released.
very painful when the power took them.
And even those who were killed, their families should be compensated, you know. There are those who died, their families. And you know, these fellows are just proud. They talk about it. Panyamara incident where people were, hundreds of young people were killed.
And right now our land, especially in Rupa and Lotisan, that has been taken by the First Lady and the Salim Saleh.
In fact,
And
talk
they have
about
never given them surface rights, no royalties, no local person is even employed, even one in the entire sub-county. And yet they've set up factories there, they've been running for years. According to the MOU, nothing has been followed from the beginning. So it's what is really paining people of Rupa and Lotisan.
But even accessing that land.
You cannot even pass there.
To it.
Even the off-cast that way they were supposed to have gotten, they cannot get it.
You cannot access that land freely.
No, that one
You need to access there and really clear the main ones. So you don't come
the labor office. Then after the labor office, you have to go to police.
police, they ask you who are
Yes, I'll be
you.
there tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to call you back. I'm on radio. Let me finish. So they have no surface rights?
No surface rights, no royalties for all the years that they've been
No
there.
free access to their own land. That one pains me.
They don't even allow artisanal miners to mine the off-casts. Yes. They signed an MOU, but nothing has
you
been
allow
followed.
him to do the translation now. It has become long.
He's going to, we're getting to translation, then you'll pick up from health.
Yes, yeah. That's why I also ended.
Pick the main points actually. The point that drives it home.
We are ready to get back. Members, we are getting back. Akijana kine buku yok ngula polon mata na boy kapona teke moto fama aloto mapaki ne tenaga ekijaunta aloto maki yangunaga aloto ma apaki ne uruana iko yengini pupia teke moto fama ipupide ki yon ibichi bichu ang muduguya nege na iko na dola paki na buang unera na krono ankar mojong acham te jauto lokati yokotolim aloto ma atabong ne tenaga kepunjau kori to belebele una de kabu ngole wait aloto mado ketana ke kepukan aloto me pati ngolo ke FDC tara James Nandala Mafabi elodi lokati yoka etolim abebelon ngakronugu aloto ma ngakar mojong etolim ke jauntiong to mana pakina
Kalagara. So alo ya ke ko ke nankar mojong ake punja won ankar mojong ngakron na kiru ra kapolon dadang aloto me kiru ngol ayini ang oya lakini alo dia ngairu ngakron na abu adeo de kalto me ru ngol kotera to ya bongi ona cheda da na bunga tolim apa ninge tangeta mare ani mono kana pitolo wetori yokona tolimo na mo nyara lo dikinet bonne bana mo gwe vision nyara lo dikinet ke apati alo otero boto yene te atamar e kwarbo apati lo gwero ngene ona ikwe yalo dikinet na jokoni na emuni kita apati la kokin ag lo kona de ona apati pe yene tamar ano mo ade lo dikinta apati lo bunge dita mai kechi kwa ngito ke FDC kore doa bunge tama doa kerta doa ke dala Uganda kangeto nga Uganda ibore no waini arake jalo dikineta ngi aki keremon ke de lamo no kanke tunga ka pe ka kwa ngara ka dikichinga tunga ngule boko e boleta la gira ngi tunga ko ge kiriton ke de lamulu e chamunta puka na to ma kwa ipe bore ni tieta ngini so tamana ngedi ya aki wona ga mam ngara na ke ngare aki wo kana ga abaraki ngedi aki wo korta da rangi to ani tieta de ini tieta tichila polo no way abange di tiata ngedi mono aroko ngedi akirka ne dukul bona pap olodi ngedi oriam ne teach ani buko World Bank ana pida na World Bank ebi kikina na kwa pangu ya ayete na ngao karabo ne pene kiete chali ne buko World Bank ne panena tangedelenga abana ngedi abu eti ngedi teach ngolo na pe akaru aliput american komo na ngatomon kan komo na kan kauni paka akaru ngalipio ngare kaipei ane dolia karo la lipio ngare kai pei abungi do limo ntunga kuilu World Bank mareda ako wanga ta ke jolakin epite ole magine giana gina ngato apur ya boy kaya da ne to dia muntu nga to ngala ko bunyo ichan bangi da bungi da wede ke tichungolo adi ngata re bu ne rengi ala ka gine tichungolo lakini abungi ta maito igo ne ta be da dentro ba ka pedor na puri ali gine tichungolo abungi da wede ke tichungolo akaru alipio ngare ka pe so ta mana ngi nya digi ngi tichungolo abungi vi obuo okichongola ke MP angola budadire west bungi do buolo kichongola ka bua ni kawo elam lakini mono erogengere ngelama erogengere ngiwa eya karule bogo 1996 apeli puta american komona kan to ngan komon akolonget ngena gawnya ibode bogo ye democracy korea the on na chama gida the on alo uganda akigo na kengare abua ne do lia karungolo arogengere monetia kama ingeri kala ka to ken kodlo kone ken amuriat patrick oboy apotike chimono to kisapoti ngata akiwo ke president ala bogo semo gerere ngolo ngida buto potike chito gwa agweti Museveni agweti Mayanja agweti Muche lakini apotike chito to kisapoti ngata semo gerere kejuko juga ri chaka semo gerere robo tamare ngela ma semo gerere kala mela kan kare pe ani ko gineni apotike tamade awa amne ni koni ngida de adolio akaru ali piongare kai pe ngone na abuno ngidi ako ngene akiwo because the piani gine teke chinga kero nguna pona teke chia kesa poti ngai kilela bu la ponda madi ke nalto manga khadia po buna ngedi kwa ngedi president Nandala bu ngedi to wona yi e kicholongola ke MP la budadiri west paka to wana ba na ngedi abrika ngedi karungolo alo muni rukuna khape ka ka ko tele bo besije kisa besije akaru alo munere ngolo ko ya karu awuru nere e pati ngole bo yo FDC ngedi ngolo ani rugunyo paka to kana argo ngeda yelo pati ngolo ngero to bino ngeda bangedi e karu a tomoniare ankan aya ngedi to kana alo kicholo angolo bale mu ngata manga kan ni to ner kan ngida to me kicholo la kempi budadiri tamanai ayo reka mera to marara to ani ro keto ingedi eye ke tijilere kana bo ke tich itete ngato ngana dan ngida bangedi ara to pedor to kana ngida bongore ara on MP on la budadiri e bala ke mam tari pe to ani ngebu ya ngare ni ke ngebu be keto winge ke mam ke lo singe dibo de boy anopos itu ana ni mam to ani tepegit alto meki cholo ko tere yete to meki tich abala lakini abunge dia ngole kini ni alona na tama apana kimia de tich logo mono ana ke MP kimia yoto kidia makotere ngicha ngula bunge de ngole kala to ma akwapa ngena Uganda so tamana ni tamara na ni nyobara na emission bo me emission
alo dikinet abange vi akete lodiki na taraka kwe patio ke fudisa rai akitia apeke buku alotoma amuchuruzo kan akape irugito kana tunga Uganda kotere boy kinodi ka yarete altoma kier na jokon akier na rian kalto mangare ringido ne puntala ngare akete lodiki na tangana ikon to ke FDC anaka union tamana ngiri ngiri chalo ala kala to ma akop na kare mojo mono angina ra kare ngiri ipel to ma wan abala ngi chal molu genga do are pungiri ngula ya utari da kiwo ipe ane do lingiru ngulu girere ngito ngalo lo mete to mana akwa ra ni kia yini kwa ra ni polido ane do li kare mojo nyamana gine ngotunga ane ro ko alo line wo ko ngiche ngiri mite jo bo ko ngiche ngalete bo ko ngiche uruaka bo ko ngiche iruoko okwai bedo nya to ani to ani erika gini alto mamiat ai ara ngato ngato manangkan bon alto mamiat lakini alto malabu buku muche ku dadang ya labi ngoto nga igoni kona kwapina loto na matia mani bo western amatia malo ala tambara mata na ya matia ma edula ngato nga kidio ngoto korupe kidio mentara che yo laina ikababa gini to mane ni ngito na le batana to lu pitch abagi mamnga bangi vi be arona ki gere ngato nga lakini ke joka ni gido ngato nga kitirian tete kigire alto ma ngolo region ya ona ngeto ngaki rian ngolo region ona ngeto aruna die na ba ne che region kichitinga ya ara ngeto ngaki dioko ani na bo ani ero ko bo ko ri kwa to na bo ngiche lu ke che region apoto ma alto ma region logo abangi dara bore ngini ni ara ngini temo keno so ngiri pe bore ni abu ngini wale tamar ngi yo keno ngakoro no kimekri penti olo ta ko kai
uwo kicholo ke president ko tena anye bitongo la bagania akaron ko nana ni ngoli ni alto mata neni ka akaro ka kidiom ero ko kare mo ye ka o ero ko kare mo ye ka o mam ngito le bugo idiom ita ni ke le bugo lu idiom ito ko idiom ita lo to ma ngara ngata ka pukat ara iyo ngalo pe ga ko ni kiar ki pedori ko pe ki pedori ani pe ki pedori bon ka o ani ki chage ki tio bo to lo to ngare kana boy pe bore ari pungi deta mare kare mo jongo ne ge yang edukulo lakini ani yang edukulo mam ngara kare mo jongo bon eri yani kini bore ne ka Uganda na nge malimo ngata chejo ari am malimo ngechan nge to yo na pe ngoni ngirol da ngabinga la pio nge roto malimo lo dukul ngumbe malimo na yudu tateme to lo dukul lu kapu kan nge loto kotere nyo emege ta to wale amuchara ke jaki ataken edita muchara nyamete ngatungalu lakini anie baadhi nge malimo yeda nge lo do waga tata matiki ataken ko muchara dio kitidao idie boko ibe kunya nge to yo ara boringi dadang ara to ya pukan na mena ngetunga kera pukan ngena ngedi atake ni ngetunga le muchara kotere ara malim kita taminga muzugui kita tamia kemar ore kita taminyo ara malim ngajo kana ba pukan akiboke ni kwa age ora dere ngetunga idie boko ibe ngulu tata mete nege matiki ataken lu ngulu tata mete yege mati tianege so ibora wa ngini to ma na pukan ngida ba ngidi ka wo ngide lam auto mera la pole bunit ado bagini na korong na dada are pinga tamari ngitirian to ngakara malimo am ngitirian to je yeptala modigi to la pukan malimo so tamana ngidi akidio merkara boni apolo no kiani yo alto ma India ye president bo Mahatma Gandhi wala ni ngidi to mari ke ani yo alto ma bore ka ko pada dake tamari yo nyoy de unio babu yekile mono tama yeda ayo ko ayo adari ngidi akidio kotere akidio yang boro la jo to mana akidio ikwana ka ke panye ne ye goldi toma ngena niki dara ye jo nge pote to ngakon yeri ya khawya so ngakoro ngunda dang hela ngakoro nguna ya unto ngidi akiwo amana nge ikwana ina akwarna abuni tinge dara akelepa ngakadia lakini achuna buka ni polido da dang apona re ni kenga ke kamu ni ngedi kuria kretana ke ngedi alo sa kidiro ngatunga anu kuro wuntu da buka ni ngatunga alo sa kle ngitole weito alo sa kle ki ngatunga ngulu e magana kidiro ra nyo ane doli ke loloma rot ane doli ngi cheto di golo be ngitor ne ngia ma ngko kama eto an kore ngi ya yang ke de la e kwa ya ko na Nandala Mafabi mam taribora atingi ngara ke ayet ngara inyo ara cheto ni alo ya ka alo sti ko ngen abunya ra kidiro ngatunga nyo ka golo ra ngirotin dada nyo nge chemto to alu to piore anu krota ba ngi to alu ngedi so ang boro lu gote ngulu ke chaina kaina kinto ngi da kitegera buata mar akopana bingi temo ngono ngakaro akopana ga so tamana ngedi akabula yagi ko tenen ni polido aya aburere Moroto na kwa naga yumi aga program Moroto ade mi program Moroto mera nga balalo di Moroto era electoral commission apidi na khali one akampala ngedi bala yede ngulu weito itwana da ni wete kicholo ke president ikena ngedi boni boko yongo a timetable neni lodi yongo so ake ko longa na gara Moroto ayemi ni da bulu ngedi Moroto nyo bona ba karta na keta ngedi polido nyo rono nyo nge chamto ngi polido limo ka ngetunga pega badro bongi polido adia ka badin polido adia karti ango to limuto be tela adia karti do ko tere electoral commission ngeda bala ngetunga to wa e chamunto tarin kedela ka president wo peto kana bali kechi ba ngedara nga krodada ingedi pe abuki kigira kake wake ne kukon tama matike yade on Uganda ane yade on wete ngetunga ani boga chamuntu kwa na kapolo ngola tamare yaki wo na makena to gang kapolo ane wete nkawa tama pili electoral commission ngiria mana roe wape angintu ane lo yeke rot iria matolo tati ama tolo tati ama nyoba ka tana ina tangi polido era borengini yokino ani ke badro bongi polido ko ngana toli mo kedro boko na ke chakapula tamare ani to kirata kana ngeto anguche tururu boko na ke chakapula lolo yari to dulaya ko ngana ni to mamu to le boko itepege tengi ko ringu to mamu to le boko iroro de ngakrong na ngaragne ta ko so ngakrong na ka buya kapulon toli mo na so tamana kingi tana yeki le logo atamare ani boko tama kapulon ro ngi ngata kana edowa araka dan kan ko moni waita lakini nguche tata kadiro bo akigira tata mari ngiche mambore tingi tonglu itana ngi awakedela e ko kona ang borbore le gala ka ngeto anya ya magna ki weti wi borbore ngulu so do ko na ke jera ka din kan ka uni ke je do idong to ya ka pe dan ta kingi ta na ke jata ma an bo kona ala to ma akijana ke ngetunga abanga mu service delivery iko gini nyo lo di ginti ata mare ngara ki ngetunga bale ke ngolo ina ke ngare tete abuni ngi to ni to la na malu ani e malai de ngetunga e ka to di ke ngetunga ki pina ngori ye ngakipino ina tamar loru kude o kuntere na perre korea morte ngetunga lu ngakipino hangi bare so ngakipino na akato digino ngi abundo ko bulo kaya kalo ngi na ta ka tamar ngetunga lu ya ra ngeto lu de ta pukana ngeto lu de ta pukana ga nge na bo tamano ngakipino akotena ngakipino go ya mana tara una ngi bare mere ngetunga tamar sasa ngani ngoli na ngaro ngona ngoli kinta man amake na ngeda ni we moi oge mo na to ma epita na kipi alba na gipi na masenga tunga kangi bare ina ngari era ngende te na bo alo to ngo pe ngola bunyi ne ge akaro ngona ka ke da me to ngolu ya la ta to le de me te to ngolu yen ke ti ka pu kan to ma le de me te to ngolu e ya ko na nga pido na ko te ati ta prison le de me te to ngolu sasa ngakaro ngona dadang ida bangi nyama ngena pukanto de mingi tongolu amana ngolu tara na ngatonga because ariya muno tanga tongolu ngakachelo aneni ayena bonga krona wali life nguda ngulu le bo atana yokoti nguda ngula ge otake de me tongolu ebe bo ko ngatonga tonye kuna neni boyete to polo boni ne magana ngatonga kiboyo to agni ade pa ni angitia tamana ngedi kare mojo reka ejwa ngalu pa kare mojo mam ko tana ngwa pina nguna chena itende ambolea kare mojo mwana chamta pukani ne mena kangine tingi kare mojo ngalotao kotere kingara ka ngetunga to market tare so bore ni lo dikin ngi ngini ngida ba ngi to le onai ani ki kede to ma la pole buni de karu ye re bunti ye alu banga kronda da kotere kare mojo da pe kena re kotere kare mojo da botino de jo kingi tana be ile lo pelo ngo pe lo studio lo ya bala iko kini moyo kana bala ipedo nga kara kare mojong to wait kwa neki cholo la ke president to polo ba kwapa e pola kwapa Uganda na date ni ti hotela mano kijana iko kini abange mam ni pedo apedo ni da ke balance na ke ngare kare mojong mono ke apote na pe wala ke gawana ko be bo kare mojong na ke apote to akimuria de yana pukan kumuria de ala to ma age to pola kwapa kala to ma kijana ken abange dia abange ni mona ngina ngare abange di kare mojo ngara are region wala baret etingito nkeche boro ngula rangi boken iko kwa nanga morna regiono iko kwa nanga golta iko nyona ala rangi boro lakini ichiti nga on kare mojo ngoko koyo nkeche boro ngule amana kito tolota ngara kini keche e yangule o muni etena kware ka e yangule de talto manga motokai abange ni mono nini obaki ngezi aya tamara na bo abuti anege kwa ipe alto makwidi kwa ipe to ni Uganda nini yin kwidi chana alto mangetai nini epupi akwidi people ngete oyo abungi da kiboy kinta kare mojo ngete oyo boko ya rangi dila na dingeta maga ngeli boyo ngeli abuti ngeli ka kikede oteda apira apira ngudi chana dan apira do bakin ka ketetani kina kopa na gang ni kianta ngetela to jongo to kena reda da to chaute da dan to ngare ni ko ngako pini munache so bana ye kala mangi election ngoloji ara ko no clear tamara na ina ingata kini kare mojo ngara kwa pana ke business ye business na kwa pana je ko tere ngi boken do ye na kwa pana ni boken ngulu ketinge jo tabari kwa pana lakini sasa ngi boken ngulu ngi tolo amana to bokut ina kene ngi to ngi boro ngulu ko tera akulia kwa mamgo na lotuma ikechi na boy zulai teng boro ngulu ayana sasa tawanyina tamani apu gana ekemena oringi kemena kotera ara ekemena kyabala ani gialario bore bate ki gialar kona ngamurna talo ko murno buto gialario ya magna percentage pe to bonkare mojo bate na mam tare percentage nga irido ngamura kwar ka fara lakini mam bore bongi bangi di alo bangi ni mo ngi business yo ala kare mojo to lu derdere talo rotina ni na ina ni nga aksa pot nga business ngulu ina ngawuni esa pot nga ngi ngalo une ko yete na tunga ngeloto na ngomon ni kudi boken ani gelario e bogunyo ani gelario e percentage ngol to bong ngeloto nga ko tere ngatonga tingi tonga de ngalo pukoi e pitele bagara ke moto abana ngi yina ku jiri kai bori ni ni wengi na kare mojo ko tere ara tara akujitwani ya bangana kiwa ke ngi chia tongane je lakini sasa adewa kujun kare mojong kiwa ke kare mojong nene yangi boki nene yangi bolu ajwa ya makina kuju kingara kinge tongalu alto mapugane buni ariya mun ke cheboro kotere ngatunga nyamete nke cheboro amam ngache atami bicara ranguna
alakara no woi tara lokato etolim ai klakara kita nguna. Otherwise, thank you so much. That's brother Etolim, of course, bring us to only 19 minutes gone after the hour of 9 this great evening. And I would like to get back to our presidential candidate, that is none other James Nathan Nandala Mafabi. Would like to welcome him once again. I want to bring you back. We stopped on the side of health. In regards to health, we have a word from Mwalim Julius Eliud Mwale from Municipal. He says that, okay, best wishes to him, the president, and of course the Olo team. The question he asks is, what special plans do you have to revamp education system in Karamoja? And what motivates you to aspire for top position? And of course, how best are you going to improve on the healthcare of Karamoja? This is from Malim Eliud Julius Mwale from Municipal. Otherwise, that is Icebreaker as we welcome you back live on air as we move on. Bon President, you're most welcome.
Thank you so much. Maybe for purposes of understanding what we're going to do, our manifesto is divided into 5 parts, and they are called pillars. Pillar 1 is generating employment opportunities, and under this we have coffee, fisheries, livestock, cotton, tea, cooperatives, trade, industry, mineral development, oil and gas industry, tourism. And if you look through this, tourism is here, minerals are here, oil and gas is here in Karamoja, industry should be here, trade is here, and of course if we talk about livestock, we have cotton. Cotton grows here very well, and the cotton is called the white gold for job creation. Under pillar number 2, which is strategic investments, we talk about roads, rail, water, air transport, information and communication technology, housing, energy, land, water and environment, and you know what we're talking about, and the security. That's our investment pillar number 2. Our pillar number 3 is about human capital development. We talk about education. Of course, you are aware of diminishing quality of education, salary disparities, lack of national, national feeding policy for our children. You know, you can't have a child studying from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. without feeding, and that's what we're talking about. Insufficient capitation grant. You know what it gives to primary children, that's pupils, and secondary is too small. High school dropout, inefficient. Then we talk about sports and recreation and the creative arts. That's sufficient funding in sports, poor and limited sports infrastructure, failure to nurture talents. You know, there are very many talented people who can do a lot, but they are not giving an opportunity. Then under health, under that is of course human capital development. While preventing disease and promoting health and awareness, increasing access to mental health care, herbal, traditional and alternative medical medicine development. I grew up in my village. There were old men who could treat people. Now they are not there. They are finished, and those herbals were working. Public health emergencies and epidemic preparedness, and sustainable funding for health services. You know, we want to put 10% of health services. So if you're talking about Karamoja, health services will be looked after from down, what we call primary health care, up to we can also call secondary and university.
Yeah.
We know we need to have those health services down there. I can tell you Uganda is a very rich country. We could have all medicine in hospitals. We could have all health service. You see, health. If you go to hospital and you don't get health staff which are able to work, then you are not going to get a service. If you don't get equipment which is going to work on a scan, testing kits, what, then you are not going to survive. If you don't get, after that, medicine, which you are necessary. And you know, when we talked about how to do medicine, I hear President Museveni, they're stealing drugs in hospitals, in national medical stores. When did he know in 40 years? We knew medicine is a priority. And national medical stores is fond of bringing drugs which are about to expire because they are being dumped in the other country. They bring here, then they will push them in Moroto Hospital, they will push them in health centers in Moroto here, then when they expire, they say, oh, you never use the drugs, but they were brought when they are the short lifespan. So those are things. So we need to have really medical working. And the Moroto Hospital is supposed to become, you see, it's a referral hospital. It's one of those which is now wanted to know about. These are all referral hospitals are going to become national hospitals. Well equipped, well facilitated. Now the district, the other ones which are health center for, are the ones going to become like district hospitals, with those equipments to deal with the mind, but well also equipped and paying workers very well, having staff there with houses, having those staff with their children because they are going to be educated for free from primary up to the university. That also applies in the education sector. The education sector, you need a teacher who can teach. You don't have to have disparities. English or math, they're the same. Get them well, it's in our manifesto. Have them have houses and their children educated for free. I'm a teacher by profession. You can only prepare a scheme of work, or you can mark exams, or you can mark tests, or you can mark homework if you have a settled mind. But if you go and ask our teachers now, where's your ATM? You know ATM? The one you go to move money. You will say the ATM is with the money what? Money lender. The identity card is with the money lender. So the teacher is teaching for money lender. So if you are teaching for money lender, what will you teach? You will be teaching money lending instead of teaching our children to pass. Now, if you come here, you look at our children, are not studying. Now, private schools, for private schools, they are what? They are studying. While government schools are not what? Studying. And if the country was serious that science should be the ones they pay, then they would have also told private schools to do the same. But private school pay their teachers well, they are private are studying. Now when you bring exams, they don't differentiate from government and the private. It's the same what? Exam. So that's why our performances in private is high, while for those in the government is low. And when you're looking for those of Moroto, Nakapiripiti, Sironko, you don't look for them from up. You look from them from where? Down. So all about the bottom. So this one will be a deliberate effort to ensure that we invest in education and feed our children to be able to study. Deal with health. Make sure the health people, as I've told you, are well off. Health to treat sick people.
Yeah.
Because if you went to the hospital which is sick, there's personnel are sick, the equipment they are using is sick, and they're treating a sick person, you will be lucky to come back a lot more, unless they will give you a note to go and buy medicine in a private hospital. Our pillar number 4, and that's when we were saying we're going to put sustainable funding in health services. You see, we're seeing our small kids, girls, teenagers getting pregnant. It's terrible. It's pregnancy. We must deal with that pregnancy. Why should the girls get pregnant? Because they're dropping out of school, there's no food at school. We must ensure that girls stay in schools, boys stay in schools. But also, even if you have got pregnant when you are young, I'll make sure you go to study. You understand? You may have made a mistake and became pregnant. Why don't you go be given an opportunity to study further? Pillar number 4 is about leadership and governance. You know, leadership is the core from even a home. If you have poor leadership at home, you have a poor family. So we have leadership and governance, and this one was saying we shall establish inclusive value-based politics, a pillar to eliminate corruption, a plan to eliminate corruption. Corruption here, I'll deal with the system. You know, the chairman part, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
I hope everybody saw what I did. Even when I sent the vice president to prison.
Yeah, yeah.
The ministers, oh wait, if I can send them when I'm not a president, You steal district funds. I'll deal with you. You steal district roads.
Thank you so much, Bwana President.
Yeah,
now here,
let me just go
just a
on.
minute. Here you've talked of corruption, which I believe corruption. Now you're going to talk about transparency here. Now, what steps in regards to corruption? What steps are you going to take to ensure transparency and accountability in government? And how are you going to promote good governance? Because you've spoken about good leadership, you've spoken about corruption, which I believe you talk about this briefly. Just elaborate on this.
You see, when we talk about leadership and governance,
Yeah.
you have answered yourself. You must be transparent, accountable, with integrity.
Yes, but how are you
And
going?
responsible.
How are you going to?
Now, let me give an example.
Yeah.
Just for simplicity. Do you know what Tajano?
Yeah, I know.
What does he do?
Auditing all government
Yes,
programs.
he audits. You have internal Tajano,
Mm-hmm.
internal audit.
Yeah.
You have IGG, you know it. So what has happened in their reports? You must empower those institutions. There are good laws to deal with that. So every report of what Tajano which should come out must be acted on without fear and what?
Favor.
Because it's very simple. Let me give an example. I gave you money to do a road. There is no road. Do I need to ask you who are you? I must deal with action. Why is it? Who took the money for the road and why there is no road? But also service delivery. In our local governments and central governments, the people are waiting for what we call quarterly release. You know quarterly release? After getting it, they share and they disappear. Now, I will ensure civil service perform. You will have what we call time sheets. You entered at 8. What did you do between 8 and 9? 9 to 10. You see, those are how you account for your day.
Yeah.
By the time you knock off. So I must see the service you have done. If you are an extension worker, you must share many farmers you have seen. And with them signing that they saw you. If you are hospital staff, you must tell me how many people you treated. You will be paid well. The payment of salary for civil servant will be well. But you must also deliver what? Services. Now the services will be the one to determine that you are doing your work. Because corruption is not only in money. Even you not working is corruption. But you are being what? Paid. You are occupying offices and eating maybe time and office of food at a place of work. So there will be a mechanism to do counter check on work. So the service delivery will be priority number 1. So I've told you what are general reports, time sheet, internal audit. Internal audit is very primary. Or staff on the wrong charge. You will go for 12 years without pay. You just go in jail 12 years. What about the internal audit? We need to bring internal audit in this bracket. Pay him or her where, but she must work. And the laws are clear. We have laws about Otajeno, we have laws about IGG. Or internal Otajeno is must also, the standards are there, how to deal with it, but we're not implementing our posts. That's what I'm saying. So the transparency must be a mechanism, each of us to cross-check. So what will I do? I'll work on that. Make sure everything is implemented without fear or
Favor.
So when you talk about fighting corruption, it's very easy. I gave you 100 million. I expect output of what? 100 million.
100 million.
If I don't see it, you will tell me where it went. There will always be value for what? For money.
That will be one-on-one.
Value for money, you must show value for
Yeah.
money. You must account for your time as a civil servant. Even if you are a private person, you will give you a contract, you must account for it. Let me give an example of a road, which I wanted to explain. To make a road in Uganda, you need a kilometer, $3 million. That's 11 billion. I have an engineer here. My brother Amriat. What do you need on the road? Stones. They are got in Uganda. Water. Sand. Cement. Labor. Here. I'm giving you those are laborers are here.
Yeah.
The only thing you see are those trucks. But are being driven with the Ugandans. But those trucks don't pay taxes. After finishing, they even take them to other countries and whatever. So in short, those trucks, we can even find a way to import them ourselves without paying what? Taxes, and our boys and girls drive. During the tar. Now, tar is just a byproduct of petroleum, if I'm not wrong. But also we can get another mechanism. Am I wrong, engineer? Isn't it a byproduct of petroleum? Yes, now we have oil in Hoima. We can get it locally. But also there are other mechanisms. I went to Turkey, in Istanbul. You know Istanbul. I got they were making roads with stones, cutting around them, and others were making tiles. Tiles made it from stone and from what? Sand and soil. We can do it here. We may not go that long way because we have soil, we have sand, we have stones, and we can do it in Istanbul. I have been to and I went to Brussels, and I went and saw they have cut small stones. They have put them on the road. You're just making them with sand and fixing them. You don't need tar. And their roads are permanent. So when one gets broken, they come and remove and just fix. Even if you put the tire on the road, you remove it and fix. So it is very possible to make this road cheaper. So why do you make a road for 11 billion shillings, yet the cost is not more than $150,000? So it means every 1 kilometer in Uganda of tar, they are stealing 19 kilometers. That means that's why you see this project taking long. People have to delay on them. Others are, for us who are suffering with the roads, others are making what? Lives.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying the roads in Uganda are going to be cheaper, and there will be very many roads to be made, because if 1 kilometer, we're losing 19. It means every year, if we're making, let me give an example, if we're saying 1,000 kilometers, which we have made, that means we have lost 19,000 kilometers. 19,000 kilometers plus 1, that's 20,000 kilometers. 20,000 kilometers, you will pave even village what? Village roads. You will pave them. And I can tell you it is possible. It's only me who comes with ideas to deal with that.
Yeah.
I come with ideas to sort out corruption. I come with ideas to deal with governance. And even our manifesto were clear, we're going to restate term limits. We're going to restate age limits, because these are other things which are bringing us a problem. We don't take Museum 7. He has done whatever he has done for 40 years. He cannot do anything more in 5 years. He has done his part. We thank him for it. And I want to tell people of NRM, we have supported, we're grateful. We come to build bridges where there are no bridges. We have to repair where they are broken. We don't come with hatred. We're not witch hunting anybody. We're saying, no, give us an opportunity to move this country to another level. Our main problem now is poverty. And this GDP which you are hearing about, the growth of 6-8%, is not in our pockets. It is the other people who are in the videos, the Chinese, the Indians, who get the money and take the what?
They take back to their countries.
Their countries. I want the money to remain in Uganda. The contracts will be for Ugandans. If it is feeding school children, you don't have to import rice from Tanzania. You don't have to import rice from China. Rice is from here. Make sure the Ugandans grow rice. Unyor is here and whatever.
Thank you so
Maize
much.
is here. Porridge is
Thank
here.
you so much, presidential candidate. As we're moving on, we're getting back into the multi-party bit of it. You know, in Uganda, NRM has so far dominated for now almost 40 years, if I may say. And in Uganda, we have developed so many parties, opposition parties, if I may call it. And you, as the party president of FDC, together with other opposition parties, how will you work with other opposition members to achieve your shared goals and, of course, promote alternative policies in Uganda so as to take Uganda to the next level that you wish Uganda to be?
I want to ask a question.
Yes?
Does the NRM person fall hungry? Does he fall hungry? Hungry, you know. You want food. They also need food. They also need medicine. They also need a road. If we all need a road, there are things we're talking about don't need parties. We need a country where every Ugandan moves with dignity. So why we're here, we're saying, how do we work with others? We're not coming to work for parties, we're coming to work for people of what? Uganda.
But in this aspect, you're talking as opposition.
You see, that's where you go wrong. Opposition, I'm opposing what? I'm opposing development in the country. I'm saying I am coming here with an alternative. How best to run the what? The country. Now to come in, I must come through a vehicle. And
Yes.
my vehicle is a forum for democratic what? Change. Now that is the vehicle I want you to jump in and we go. Yeah? To reach the desired goal.
Okay.
So well, for you people are saying, I'm saying, give me an opportunity
Yes?
to become a president to deliver what I'm saying in my manifesto.
Yeah.
The ruling party is NRM. Yes, I am now coming up say what they have done is they have not done it well, or it's enough.
Yeah.
Give us an opportunity to do it.
Yes.
So I don't need to say I should be in NRM to deliver what I'm saying. I'm saying I am here in the Forum for Democratic Change, FDC, with the key that I want you to jump in my vehicle so that we can achieve what is good for this country.
Okay.
That's why I asked the question.
Yeah.
Do you fall hungry if you're NRM? Do you like a road? You see, the people are calling, why is health services in Moroto very bad in Karamoja? And you vote 100%, in fact 110% NRM. Why? Because if you're eating NRM, you will not be crying about health, you will not be crying about education in Moroto, because you vote 110%. So now I'm coming and say, no, you have done that, we have not achieved what you want. I come with a reasoning. So that's what I'm saying. I'm here to ask everybody, whether NRM, whether opposition, to really jump with me, Nandala from FDC, with the key, with my team. The Helens, the Chiaye, the Zainabs, the Zippolas, the Joshuas, to go to the promised land. And the promised land is where we should have everything we're complaining about.
Yes.
Education, education, health, poverty. You see, let me give a simple one before you stop me. You see, here there's a lot of land grabbing. People's rights are not being taken off. God gave Karamoja the land. You see, there was some people of memorandums of understanding here. They are not accessing the land. The surface rights are not being given. Rights are not being given what they're getting out of the land, minerals and whatever. Is that fair? Is that fair? That's what we should be cutting. Our cows are dying because of counterfeit drugs. And yet we have a country. Why don't you bring right drugs for our cows to not die? Clean drugs. And that's also what I manifesto.
Yeah.
Why am I bringing us? Why arrest the youth? Try them. Try them. Try them. For us, we want to extend the road to Karamoja.
Yeah.
Why? Because it's the best method to deal with transport. We want Uganda to be a united. I come with unity. I want somebody to leave Karamoja, to go to Chisoro, is treated as a brother or sister. I want somebody to come from Mbale, to go to Arua, is treated as a brother or sister. I want somebody to leave Gulu, to go to Marara, is treated as a brother. The united country. Unity. Right now, people look at others that these are eating on our behalf. We have been disadvantaged. Yet you even could be making a mistake. The other few people are eating on our behalf, but you are categorizing it to everybody. And that's where we say, no, they need to be what? A change. Yeah. So why we're here in this? We're in it for good God. We come with our time. If I was coming to speak without a document, without what I'm saying, this is a contract, you would say you have nothing. I have come with a contract, a manifesto, which I say it's the best. I am an economist. I don't know if you're aware. I'm an accountant. Uganda, Kenya, UK, America. Are you getting me?
Great economist.
I am a statistician. I am a teacher. I'm a chairman of a cooperative union, which is the only one surviving in British cooperative union. Right now, coffee is at 17,000 shillings plus a kilo. A man who gets only 1,000 kilos from 300 trees. 300 trees is half an acre. He has 17 million. If he has an acre, he has 34 million. In 2 years, he has 78 million, 68 million. I hope you're seeing it.
Very well.
In 3 years, he has built a house, he has bought cars, he has a good life. Go there, you will see. Yet the island is too small, 1 acre, while Karamoja you have multitude of acres, which is so fertile and it should be used. So, is my advice to remove you from poverty. Do you need me to be in NRM? No. I need me to tell you I have this vehicle to take you to the promised land. I have my brother Joshua here who will explain. My sisters are here. So this is why
Thank you so much, Mr. President. That drives us to our slogan, your slogan that is fixing.
Our slogan, you take it.
Fixing our slogan,
no, you read it.
Fixing the what? The economy.
And have, and the money. You
and have money in our pocket. Okay.
Yes. And nobody can go without money. That's why I asked the question. Does he need Does he need medical? Does he need a road? Does he need health?
Okay.
Does he need education? All these things you are raising,
Eh.
the colors which came from people from Karamoja.
Okay, thank you so much. Getting down to that slogan, you're a great economist. You've worked for so long, enough experience.
A villager.
Yes.
I'm also a villager.
Yes, help the people in one way or the other. But of course, out of all this experience, you even worked with Bank of Uganda as a
No, I never. Bank of Uganda,
de facto governor.
they wanted me to be
World Bank rather, World Bank.
Yeah,
rather,
why
sorry.
they wanted me to be a governor, they knew I'm one of the most best men. But I just told them I can't be a governor of the bank.
Okay.
I want to be the governor of the country.
I mean World Bank, away from that. Okay. Down from there, you find that you worked in big positions as a great economist, a great accountant. You had enough time to fix this economy in this position. And now that you want to get into this upper position as a president of Uganda, and when you look back, let me bring you back to Karamoja where you are. Back all years back, you saw how the roads were bad, the way the land was, the way the district was, and now you see with our local people, they see there is light, they see some tarmac around, they are enjoying PDM, if I may say, and so forth. How best are you going to convince our local people that you're going to fix this economy, yet they feel they have sage, they have what, and so forth? How best are you going to convince our people that you're going to fix this economy, or else how are you going to fix this economy?
I think you were about to say you were there and never fixed it. Maybe that was the trying.
You did something. I'm saying you did, but
yes.
But
No.
I believe you didn't. According to you, you didn't do enough. That's why you've come to this position.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me give that. I have advised many governments.
Yeah.
Up to now, I still advise. Of course, I gave examples of some of them: Tanzania, India, Kenya, Ghana, among others.
Yeah.
Those who have taken my advice have really changed.
Is Uganda part of them?
Yes, but they don't want to take it.
Okay.
Because that one I even give for free. And they don't want to take it. So that's why I'm coming now, I'm saying people of Uganda give me an opportunity to implement it.
Yeah.
Because I come with a love. I know what our people go through. Until you're in this village, you will not know. Let me give an example. Why should an MP buy an ambulance? And which ambulance? They're going to buy these taxis which are finished second hand. Second hand, they're already sick. Then they come with the word MP ambulance. What's this? Is an MP supposed to be an ambulance? The ambulance is supposed to be a hospital ambulance. You bring in brand new, and this is not a complicated thing. Some of them even use the money from, they go to Ministry of Health, then they give them ambulance, then they change the names to themselves. Let me tell you, that you will stop. An ambulance must be an ambulance equipped with facilities to treat a person when he is in danger in that inside there. Not you just having a signpost of an ambulance. No. I have seen an ambulance. There will also be an ambulance. They are in our manifesto. And everything I'm talking about in the manifesto. Now you're talking about roads and whatever. All these roads we have been fighting for many years. If you know who have been fighting, go and check the answer. Nandala has been at the forefront. Even in negotiating with African Development Bank, I've been there. Even in negotiating with the World Bank about your roads, I've been there. You understand? The reason I do it because of the love. Now, these roads of yours were not built. Let me give an example. Soroti to here.
To Moroto.
To Moroto. Now we're going to Bulambule, Usironko, to via Nakapiripiti. None of it was built from local money. It's all borrowed what? Money. But if you built 1 kilometer and you lost 19 kilometers, who lost? It is the people of Karamoja. They would have done more kilometers with the same money. But have done it what you are saying. So you come and be convinced with little, forgetting that there's more you have what? You have lost. My argument I'm coming, yes, there are roads, but it is too little compared with how much money you are putting. Secondly, this is not a share for Karamoja. This is a little share as far as Karamoja is what? Concerned. They should have more. And I'm giving you examples. Yeah? You have minerals. What I saw them being taken. Are you happy? Are you happy? Do you have tamaka from here up to Kotido? Do you have?
No.
Do you have from Kotido to Kabong? Do you have Kabongo to Karenga? Don't you have a national park up there? Let me tell you, have you been to Kabong?
Yes, I've been.
Is there an airstrip?
No.
Eh? You have not seen it? There's no airstrip in Kabong.
Karega.
Karenga, not Kabong.
Karenga. There's no airstrip.
Yes, sir.
You said, why should we have an airstrip? Does everybody fly? There is a reason. This road must be well so that we have tourists. If a tourist is going to Karenga, to National Park, he gets here cassava roasted and he eats. The people on the wrong side would have made what? Money. This is profit. Have you seen what I've been given? These are very expensive items out there. But here in Karamoja, I think because we have not marketed ourselves. So what have we done? Have we got enough? No. That's why in PDM I said, PDM you were supposed to get 1 million, but you got less than 1 million. I come to give you 100 million in every village for 5 years. 5 years. That's 500 million. So in a parish you have been getting 100 million. Not everybody has got. You understand? Has everybody got in Karamoja? So what about those who have not got? Are they happy? I come with a plan that everybody should what? Have money. Now those who have got are happy. What about those who have not got? And even they never got all. They say, if you read our manifesto of 2006, we said we shall pay the elderly who have a year of 65 years of age. Again, we have reinstated in our manifesto. So what am I going to do the elderly? For me, I'm not going to look for 80 years. How many people are 80 years in Karamoja? In fact, even the Bible says, which I will quote at the end, after people live, when you live 70 years,
Yeah.
and now that's a good time gazetted by God. After that, anything above, you must thank what? God. For us, we're saying you should not thank God before you go. We're saying when you're 65 years of age, you should get 60,000 shillings
Per month.
per month. So who is bringing a good alternative? The one who waits for it to reach 80, where you may not reach, or the one who says 65. Now 65 means you have left. Civil servants live at 60. Me, I've dug a maze, I've done what? I've contributed the GDP of this country. And now I'm old. What should I, why shouldn't I be paid? That's why I also go for retirement. That's why we say 65 years of age, it is in our document. You'll be paid what? Money. So, what are we saying? We're saying we have a better alternative. Whatever you have got, you should have got it. But compare with the number of years. Is it enough? Is it equal? Is it worth it? What is the problem? And that's why we come. So my brother, we are not coming here to say what we're telling the people, that we come in to make your life better than it should be now.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. President. That is James Nandala Mafabi. Of course, bring us to only 8 minutes, the top of the hour of 10 at this great evening. But of course, I would like her to give the ball to Etolim to share with us something in the local language. Mata kapuna tekera moto fama aloto mapak naga iki anakizwa kia kapuna aloto mapak naga ka shamta kijaunion aloto meda logo kimore pe ka uyan muna ko ala kadol na iko napak na lodha kijaun lokato tara Etolim lo ngi de blanc blanc kin ko rak bela ko nga kronugo ankar mojong uruaka ido ejauto na ngulu chedang tolimutu nga kronga pe ido ogolok nyotana i kiana aloto ma ataboni tena Etolim ke jauni
Balaka Polon, nada kabu kimuria kede amono, alaka buka, balaka Polon. Alto ma bayo ngivi ko ngi pedori alo bakene. Akulia ko amauka weti kaki yo mai. Tama ka Polon. Ibore mono ni a onte mona akulia ko. Boni ara mo etandu ka akulia ko number 1. Aranyo, ara insecurity. Ani amamuka o awadia. Correct, ara awadia. So abang ida wa dengi dara ipe bore ni apolo ni a wonte akulia ko to mana kiera yo tamana yiri awona kona do bagene apukan na yinaga ado bagene akra security ado bagere kaki eketi sasa ngeda gwa ken ngedelenga ado bakin epitelo ka muchuru do ka gwa ken ngedelenga lo buganga to eketi jongolo lo to na dongi so abana ngede apedo rengi ado bagene na dadang era ko tere number 1 abang yiri Uwagi ng factory mo talata na ko pana. Lakar mo jong. Uwagi ng factory talata lakar mo jong. igile on to lo ala lo teach idiomit ko pe idiomit angin to ane ya ko de teach lo itie e teach lo itie to anane ara teaching lo area mun yang delenga e bala karimo jo ne gya kiwa na factory angamura ne bo granite ebe granite ape mita era ape million kanus idem ya toma kara ngamita ya kala na lokunu gwa ngami million ngai ngona ai be lo sele na ngulu ngai nyami de na ngulu le de mi ko tere le mi ko na bo ne bo granite na ko panaga so bagi da bagi neni akro amam ko etich abangi ri kere amam etich ani ara mera ngintu ana de diamit ani changulu ngidio mito lakini to ting to agogong iko kana ngora barai miar de to elo de ke apukan ke na ke president ana lebo Nandala Mafabi elo vi akora kene elo dia on ngi pikipiko elo dia apukan on ngi pikipiko ani ke on ngi pikipiko ngu boda elo senge boda aketach na milioni ngare bon etachi lo pikipiki ikena ngi pikipiki la ilo dia kistie pikipiki lo go aloto ma ngikaru lo do tenkan inya ngede ngangulu ya kana kidiama ngone kidiama lakini sasa toko na lo alala emeto ngi pikipiki pei lakini lo itu ana ketacha ngede ngalu alala alto me pe pikipiki kenyo ngede na lo tacha boda ngole meta boda etonganan koringo ngede ngalu tacha boda wala meta pikipiki lo kelale muni alolon adau ni apa kena uyan ide muni to markia tacha itu ani ngini ngede nga angiboda dulu tengumwa tuboni ta kama kana tarai tata sa milioni ngare ikena ngene ko pikipiki to lodi na ngona so una PDM abala kapolon PDM akali kare on kori to kana na pukan na ro na pu agrika kininge na ga to tubi to lore ana na kini angolo parish milioni pe mia lakini abange di nyama kana ngede ngato lo dentara pe mia to parish amana ngede nga milioni pe mia kabunge di lo gicholong logo acham tinga na ken angolo village a milioni pe mia ingeda tamar ile mune pe village nga milioni nga mea nga kana to me pe karu e pe village so ile mune tamar ngede nga la itembo ko nga tunga dul to ma na kana nga tunga so tamana ngedi o chur dar ka ngedi pe bora na nga tunga na kulia ko ara ni kulia ka no de nabo edite tichlo tia yo lakini kitubi nga elala muna bangeri anata ngeni ke chungona buna yido nga ngedata na ngizo ngedata mare una abo na ngizo ngedata mare sasa iko kona yongo ba kona yongo lo bakini modang borol gulo pita kali al to me kon pati nabo kona yongo era yo to ani tepe ga pukan tamana ngi to ali tepe ga pukan kwai ni tepe ga pukan kingi tana ngi vi e presenta equation na tamar aro ngetolu ki anarema nyamena akora irana tege da akora atamara kinyama akora kira ngata akoro eton ke fudizi da ira ya akoro ngeta na range to ngetonga so kata mayo ayo kwa yongo akapolo Nandala Mafabi kata malo kone ka yong tamar bua oruko alto makama to kanaga kotere olunyeru alto mangalu gori angolo ne yinga rena erono nenia ke tepege nga tepege anenia bala gori alimo kana kalimo ngete alimo ngeta kalimo kaya tamar ala ka to umera ya neni korna ka to umera ya neni yiyane gwalo tolimilo gori boro ke dama to kono krusi ngata ngipinu akrusi nga gipi mamngera ke tepega bukan lakini ni cheto ngaro ngulu ya dida kata meta tamarte nyebo nyoni bunturi alimo kana tamare krusi ngata ngagipi so ngini neba ngini iko kona katama ngini tuanga mare akla ke tepega nege bua lu nyaro lo logo aron nenia abana ngini mam ngara ni aron position mam ngara ni tepega pugan aran ni limo kini yong ngone makena kitia kotere yario akora rikorio na kwapa ngena akwapa ne bogo promise land akwapa ne yanga lupna jwa akore ni yanga akwapa na jwa aran ni atamaro lu nyaro dana lu nyare mera tamara ke tepe so ngida ba ngidi yada to lu yaga kinga ngi bazi rato an FDC ratu ngane UPC kuri araya pati dada be itepe kito ni apugana mam arata mar ayauto ani ngini ya plan iche ngolo kata maria da akla ko miera potetoro lorto logo kinge tana yedi ya logo tama iko gini lo dia do bakene kore fixing economy kore iko ni lo dia do bakene ngakoro na ke amuchuru dano bana ngiri iyo nga ayo ngara to ani ayo mam ngiro ra ro keto kwa ngara to ani ayo mete ake mara ka ipitelo derte nga ka gito pola ko pala to ma amuchuru dano ayo alo ngiri alto man ko pina dang ngone rimi alo to ma akwa pina kwa UK kwa India kwa Tanzania kwa UK America matiama ka Uganda na nepele neto wangu lwa ere da ke tametaite ayana kuri ado bagino di ekeche business ado bagina ke choko lakini Uganda ngola akako na ka urite na magana kira kakro pega da kakro ko tere yene tatamar rumune ko kala kala to mane ko tere Uganda ala la bole mbo ya bule renga abule atar nge Uganda nge renga bule atar etingeta ko pana nge renga mam ngara ko pana mbo kulia kana like etingeta ko pana nge renga lakini ngetwalo yakale to ma na pukan abule atar nge renga tamana ngiri kata mama na ngiri atamare iko kona wani iyanga ko pini ne iyanga iko kona na kapri print ama tengete rukude ngola ra khola moroto soroti tengete khola kike na ngiri atamare akwa pini una tengete khola ala ka ngiri orta doa peke buntu ta khola ngolo ko tere ngede ngata rulu dugite na khola ngola ra lo le poti na Africa Development Bank bank ngina lipunyere ngene nga neni kilipuni ngezi neni liputo Uganda ngene lakini ngene nga luguna ba ni lipuni alala ngoli ya tamar epe kilometer ke rukude ezubi alto mandela alala neni bo ni tamakinyo nyonde alala ta ngezi ngina ke rukude alo erukude la ngamur isti erukude ya maram isti erukude avinyon isti erukude akipi isti erukude ngetonga tar ngulu ile arangulu pe ka ko pana nyo agugo ngira ne ibori ni kilo ni bugono lo rugude ngini arani aranga ngala kelekya ka kimeta ngona ponto leo na petrol ko ya diesel nyamampe mampa magna betala kori ani kala lebe mantara ngona ibori ngini kilo ngini ngidala lebe lakini to yam yata mare ape kilometer ezubi alto magna ngulu nge pataka ngulu ala no we lakini abangi iko ngeto ani ya mita pitala ngedelenga ape kilometer ngena amagana to tio Uganda to wane tolo tia ape kilometer na tia Uganda ara to bogo te Uganda ngedele ke lo pitolo yokono kera ape kilometer ke oro wa kilometer ga to mon ankan ko mon so ela la chanchana ngedele ngene kingi ngede question de tama daro mono de ka moroto ko tido ya wala da mara mam aya ko tido ka bon ya wala da mam karanga ko tido ya wala da mam ko terenyo nya mam kara wala lakini ani tamagni karanga iyi bonyo akero kandege ani ke yagero kandege na inyo ba akero kandege ngana iya gara mo jongo ringa to anege lo nda ma ki pora nyo gwa ginere ya ga maga ka gala gwa ginere to lo istia te to nana ngini ki yagal da gitor ngini ka mo to kala gitor nya dukere ya street ko ya akero kandege karanga to ma meru kude ngola jokon ngola ete ngola inge to ngapa kaina mana ngiri yaravi ne penen tamana ngata gini yang to ngine nguni e to wana bo auditor general intano lo auditor ka jiji ne to le mana kitijiete akoko na ngedelinga bana ngiri ka bungezi ne to alo reprint ta ka ro ka ko ngedelinga atachi ke la luite mukuno to jongo tani lo se kwapa lo district ya ma ide mo digini anda lo gidio ko to kiara ngedelinga ngulu alala ngoko la ngekamun ibole ni ya mana tatachi tejika joko kama lo gidia ma ko tani ni bunya gitieketi to mentenge de nalo yana ngina lo district ule gidio ko ngulu yana ngina ko kolak nya yana lakini to kana ngulu de tacho kebe alede ngedele ngulu ane pote agre pripa ngedele ka puka ni de meta ko koita ani me lakini ngidi kilele ngi check yo ko kolam to yar to bucher alto ma ki kamuno tamana ngidi alto ma akijana ke ngatonga ngacham tingi da bula ke bula re tichika puka acham tani akatachi ya mshara akatachi ya mshara lo temuno ngedi kalo mange na lokicho lo pap nketi ya kapuka na dang angoni angini tunganan ya kaun bone ko yo time sheet ngena giri wa barwa ngeda lu lomne lo teach kangeda lu lo lo teach ani na ngulu bo ko ngulu ara ngulu ka agriculture ajam ta ki ngeti tungan tamar grupo ngai fo mu ngawiyo e do bagi grupo ngulu kwa kan to ngai temo kiyo akiwa anka cheke na bontar ke mamu yo e pero ta petela itare dia e pero ta kichochwa yente ke to lo spray ngare ngeto ngai mame tichi ngolo tia to ngana to buchari pe kwalita matia nginto ana da temo lo tichi ke ko tere ke na kapu kana ni ke tachi yo nyama na lu yo kino aglo kana ke nyama na lu karam abana ngedi alto magi tichi corruption abang alto mag tiji corruption erika kichapu kadaga etia cheke tiji lakini yanga to angula ne ko tenge delinga ngiche dikinyo ngiche ke kamuna abang ngedi kariya ngedi ko kala ko ya ka ya kam ngedi to andana ajam ngedi abulia so abana ngedi tama ngata kini yakali ko tu museve na kanikariya etie ke tiji la joko ni karma to ngoni uma lakini dola pa ne mboko ri yonga to tiagna na do ada ngato ni roko kidi ya to bana bore ni ko tere ki ara ko panangare ko tere ibora da ya ke pa kilo ta ko ni pa ka pe ki to lore itia ka do titia ka ko Nandala Mafabi itie tish to lo ngare la ara noi
ala karno itara ngolo kato etolim ngole dile rongonda da ngolo to ma atabong ne tinaga ngada ki kai ngakan ki chaw nyar loto ma ngidai ngomon ngulu kata aluka tabong including are loto ma da le tiago tine bal araya teke moto fama ngidari do ngina pupion loto ma tabong ne tina ayong innocent kodet ngidai jaunti ni pe yokonege to kona klo dana kera ni na katyo ko Helen Kiai kangala Zainab ngulu yakadi toma Moroto ulu wekin to Moroto alo toma pakini tienaga apena yangoto ape dakika ani kibongni ogolokide kia on kanga dakanga to manankan bon ogolokini to naidang kingaring laino ko tereng yoko kapupok alo toma apakini uruana ngitapena kon radio kanyo tono kini ana radio kontora Atekel moto fama akijana kine bukio ngola polon ikandela saleto
first open that
my grandma was at this kodetia
we share those names
we share what else in Karamoja
Share even realize the share.
yeah
Tabit
I'm going to welcome you one I open the lines, and then I will come pour. Papa, I'll be welcoming you to say what.
Okay, to close the yes.
To say what, and then finally we will mention his message of happy and everything to the people. Yes, somebody. And then we wind up. So we are getting back on air.
Yes.
We are getting back on air. Can you? The rest of you not at Mojo.
We want to thank you for giving us an opportunity. On the radio. That's a really nice.
We're getting back on air. Ya tumon kan kaun kilimaking kan karya teker moto fama akijana kine bukio kungola polon. Ngada kan ngatumon kitchen na loto mangida ngumun kata bom including na loto mapaki ni tinaga. Yuko yoka pona teker moto fama mere James Nandala Mafabi bone yenege iki onka kiai Helen kape ka nyala Zainab ngulu alo Moroto ngulu jaunte kapolon. Toma Moroto katoma na studio nege. Asham tera dinga dia ni kesheda arai kiai Helen ini gweta lotoma advocated na kawi kintinga bero lotoma Moroto district tara lotoma parliament ani wa don yolo ngolo kangala Zainab yenge da kitowo nkilio alo ngolo Moroto municipality iko aka wekin to lotoma parliament so ngitunga ngulu kona kilo na kijau ni kesulubu era ngadi anake to package iklo ngarin asham tagekiri aneni ka Helen kiai alotoma atabong ni tinaga Helen kiai chamno ya kijau ni yonga alotoma atabong naga era yo aka wekin to ngina nkere unok ngina the youth alotoma Moroto ibu yokiti jok kana boye yolo pati ngolo nyan na kolong tinaga yolo pati ngolo puth kwa deke dilere unto reka polo na bal mamunki yaona tiakatia koria kijana kini ni pati na kijana kini ngetunga angarto yanga dinguna kinirto yong ediki ne nyang to bune ni puth ka chia paki yanga dinguna chamtiong ariamu na lotoma ewa ngolo puth logo ai kijana kini ankontunga achamtiong lotoma paki naga kitosha ushete alotoma tabong naga kitosha kinkontunga ngano jikuna ilovi kintio kanga muna ilovi kintio ko teranga bero lotoma e district ngola Moroto
ala khara no we tami alimota kanga khatro LNK kona pe alimuno innocent ko ina goeti ango ngere na pe ebe woman MP aspirant na Moroto district abana yangu na pe ngetari yongo ape atubi ango uruana erona boniera modena kene ebuku odia modena kene ngetunga anera ngetunga Uganda kona pe deke alimuno akhadi coat atamar ngetunga Uganda ran tole maadi kikinyomi tete kana botara ibore ni erai ani ikinyom tango tunga ngula Uganda kilerete epite wolo ijana kinere ngetunga ngula Uganda ne ara ejok paparere aketala kan ngetunga ikoli ngulu akhar mo jong ibor ni kitiyana kitana peipan atubi angurua ka hatamar erai ibore ni anyu ara hatamar be okoy edea arto roto kiani nyanganta ebine ni pei irore ngakero nguna erai kira nguna tapito ebuku emama kurian anera ikiupa boko pakalas toria muito ngetonga ngichan kaliam kona kalimu kona ngamudu buya rono pakawuri boko ewono ko yoloto ngare ekulia kaka ngetonga idongi tikare mo jonga haku kimara kana jongo boni e baadi ngetonga balere ahamaga ne ba tunga nan they shall not leave anyone behind benye dikini odio tunga dongi tikaku lakini rai bore ni na yokoi edongo kare mo jonga haku na kire dongo kare mo jonga haku ya bokore don kar mo jom ko don kar mo jom ko ni ara adon go ni ara kuro na kro na ara ngona kire na we ki nyonga re ni akadi ko to na ngolo le rikiti akwa pang Uganda ata mariyo nga ngakro ikechino go kwa na pede kali muntori akadi ko Nandala Mafabi ata mar erai ibore ni don tori kar mo jom ha ni ara papa are ma bore ni dilero kinto e woni ni kar mo jom ngake mak ngakadi ko ngedoro alere akamaga kana ino we kar mo jom so ingedi bore ngine keto nyoni anga tamare da ebe ka kata ke ngoro to loga akwai dar to limo gitu ngakro ngona yoki no papa are da ni era bore ngini apple e ma de wana ta tamare be ani rumor wonda da ikiriya everybody is equal ani era mtu ngani e takata tamare be lugu edio mito mame so bone keto nyoni anga ni atamare dar to olotolo waye ani era bone ko ni atamare ni chera tan ngakro ngona iroro ngito lo ebo ko yone ebe ikechara lu angi party anguche ebe opposition that is wrong. I actually don't even believe in it. Ikira wonda da people kana ranga kijana kene kanga tonga iria so era iboni era ni sia woni kwana ngulu iru aroi makro na iroro nkari ko kulu era idilere mutonga kero ngedi na boy sia ona bona tamare ko tor pagne robo nyoni kijia kine rengetunga what is spoken that is actually not right for the people. We use that in order to help. This is the challenge. So how do we fix the challenge? So we have tamare akwaya arotokia ngane and that is it. And now in FDC it is a party that I feel I am comfortable. So let anybody not say be atamara kwa ba lotokia yingo nenare be FDC tokona kija unayo kwa tunganan. I am your daughter, I am your sister, I am your friend. It is leadership and service above self.
Alakar noi ai kira wana nini akiai Helen asham tera di aneni ka anyala Zainab. Zainab asham noi ai kijau nyong tumana pakinaga ka ngasham tekniti ajo pina. Tolmokna ba ngadi kiro.
Alakar no way ara hakira anyala Zainab kuali mu innocent. Karmo jong ayendi ang pipilang chan. Nikitinto na paper. Katara ay ko kula pulo ni talo Moroto ane pe ani ka na pe pan pa to na mambre los ni are na lo Moroto ani uri ala kara mojo nyo ka tunga bon to ne yo iya ka ni ni ane chan ro ko bete o kote ada mana rio ngalu pa ka worin ko tunga ki aka yo to na kara ko siroi uri na dunya uri rupa ka lotisan ay ka dinga lupang tunga dada ay te gwa kinyo yo ka tatai aya bukan na aya lupang tunga dada tama yo to na akira ang boken ikale unita na akira ang akira kaleu to kana ngiyo ko boken alu kara mo janege nita Uganda ebukia Uganda da de tiane tia tama mboy bora ruka unta nege tete de epteno da kabu e okari kon Nandala Mafabi toling ya de Nandala bon to kana ra aklo choknet le tanta dual Uganda da ka Moroto tiane tia Kotere kupu wanto wana kupu dua adere karuko ne opiana rete ne pote ne nkuda chamto nkudu mo yobon ani na yi erkagnete mamtan edi obore ti yaknete nka tungwa alipete ada tambar ngel ni kupurian aya ko pakina ebeta to Uganda da temar ba wodu tun kar mojo mere pite olo ona ba kare la han kare rana re dia temar evero ko kar mo jongo to eti ton mo kete mo e lan kare ate merebe samunu duwe kufungu apa kinaga ngero ko chamta bulena kin asa lipite ankar mo jongo dada atema o de otu Nandala o de otu angela Zainab o de otu kakia ele bon pere yak lo choking Uganda ka Moroto dada tianitia la khara
Alakar no ya loto mapak na kero ni kanyala Zainab loto mapak na ga ekapupon iwapa ki yong akian no gwe pe kawiyan iwapa ki pe kawiyan angari ngete ki ko dito yo angari yo to bala angari ke mala yakapulon angari ke tala karite yakapulon angari ki nidi tengadi angari bodo to yang na ki ko dito dang arana ga pak na chamta na ki no ko ekapona tekel moto fama loto mapak na ga achamta na ki no ko ekapon tarmadim na itokona e ko ekapupona tekel moto fama ara ko ni pak na ramuni akoni dim kingit ke yak ni det kara ke tala kardanga kapulon kuriki yanga di icham tiongo rabo akibutu yake handalo ya ra akibutu dang taramuri yo kibut so acham tak tala kariyo engara nglaino e bolong e kanikare nge kanikauni nge kanikare nge kanikauni nge kanikauni nge kanikare ipe nyare ngomon e bolong e kanikare nge kanikauni nge kanikare ni kanikare ipe nyari ngomon. Otherwise, it's now time for our dear esteemed listeners to call in, ask a question, thank, compliment, and whatsoever it is. So it's time for you to call in. Our dear esteemed listener, our lines are open on 0787 887 124. That's on MTN. 0787 887 124. That is on MTN. And on the side of Airtel, you can still call in on 0700 281 123. That's on Airtel. Call in on 0700 281 123. That's on Airtel. Please call in, ask a question, compliment, thank, and many more. Otherwise, most welcome as we get our first caller. Atekel, kindly reduce the volume of your radio set. Okay. Yes, please. Atekel. Hello. Area kina kro kali ramu torio. Helen kai. Nganu na ya kari Helen. Kiai. Yak ni dete iya. Kengit. Ala kara merapak na kamala ke yak ni det kengit dek Atekel. Hello. Ashuka ngan ngaji anak. Banyak ni det na yak kari ongo. Ala kara no yokone. Ala kara round clear. Atekel. Hello, good evening. Okay, thank you so much. Your name and you're calling from? Pardon? Mangat from where? Yes, from Kakolie. Bro, I'm sorry, your network is not connecting. Sorry. Sorry. Atekel. Hello. Jokai krokan iramu tu riokone. Pita. Bay ani pita kong nai? They have been in the same government. Okay, you've gotten that question right. Thank you so much. Ala karanoi. Atekel. Nganu e chalo matani lo peyo. Ala karano yo kone. Atekel. Ye ba yodang. Nganu e chalo matani. Okay, alakara. Lupiti aliani na nyimuna. Okay, alakara. Atekel. Ayei. Ajo kono ngai karo. Nganu ngachana chele. Mani ak ngidet ne yei. Makrong na PDM wa. Alakara noi. Atekel. Krokan iramun torio. Elen kinit ke yak ngidet kinit. Alakara noi. Alakara noi erar mona. Ateker. Name and you're calling from? Name? Your network is still not connecting. Kindly create a clear place. Thank you. You're not clear. Thank you. Atekel. Krokan ni ramun torio kone. Yo krokan ni ramun torio. Krokan ni ramun torio. Kro. Atekel. Hello. Una de yudi una alakara. Kamu una alakara. Atekel. Hello? Ngai ini. Ini. Ngani ak ngidet ne yo kone. Ngani ak ngidet ne yei. Alakara chaye te una. Atekel. Hello. Ame kaine. Yak ni dete ya. Yak ni dete ye kingete ya. Alakara noi. Atekel. Hello. Yes. Kerokan iramun torio kone. Yak ni dete papa. Kengit. Yalo dia paki burubura. Okay. Ni factory. Okay. Ani golokini. Na nka ani golokini. Lori ko kwa. Alakar no yare me toki. Atekel. Ngai pita na dunget Okay, alakara. Jauh tu ni didion, amuna kapa ke jauh tu ni didion. Atekel. Hello. Solomon. Alakara noi. ala kara no lo tuma pak na gai kiram ngak ngideta dadang ada unya paking na era meriadim kada unya pak na ngak ngideta asam to na kide ya pak na gani ni kelen kiai king ikor ki ponja ngakro dadang anga mudugui ikoter to yakon napat abongo kinet ala kara
Tami alimunya ngapepe. Mache arai akatala kari ngevi. Tami agiunya okana bu pitakinet. In English. Yes, others were appreciating you for your message. And the first question straight away was from Peter. How will you fix the economy since you have been in the same government? Yes, that was the first one.
So you haven't been there with the first one? You can go.
All of them?
You have written all of them.
Okay. Then the other also was someone was asking about in terms of the needs of the Karamojong. How do you think you will be able to manage to know what more needs to be done to improve Karamoja? And then the other was, as young people, what will you do for us? Then someone from Lebanon, I think his question also was not clear. That one, I think the network disrupted. And then the other was, someone also asked that since 1994, the issues of minerals, yes? And the person straight away was asking that, will you give or offer more support in terms of improving the industrial sector, that is factories in Karamoja? And the other also was, you've been in parliament, and you've been a member of parliament before. And so what more will you do in order to improve the education sector in Karamoja sub-region? There are many of the questions that were coming, and some I think were appreciating and also giving an applause to your message. Then also the other was, how will you rescue Karamoja in terms of protecting their minerals, since many are involved in mining, and so also be able to help them protect or get profits from what they do in terms of their business. Okay.
Wow, thank you so much, Kiai. I think before I deal with some of those issues, we need to request our colleagues to read our manifesto. Because each of the pillar explains how each of the items will be what? Be dealt with. For example, you have a big parliament. A big parliament means big pay. Yet we need money to come to local governments and service delivery at what? Local government. So the more money comes at local government, the more development will be at local. And at the local place where development is taking place, it will demand goods and services. So those who provide goods will be asked, those who provide goods and services will be asked to provide. And the more demand for goods and services at local level is done, the more jobs are created. So how do you fix the economy? You fix the economy by ensuring you put money in productive sectors, not in wastage. Now you don't allow corruption, you put money in productive sectors, and now when you put in productive sectors, there will be more growth. And when the more growth grows, more money will be in people. Let me ask you, let me give an example. You have been taking one bottle of beer. Now, because the price of beer and taxes have gone down, you take more beers, okay? Because you have more money, you have some little money in the pocket, you have a job, instead of taking one beer, you take 10 beers. Now, if you take 10 beers, it means the demand for beer will what? Increase. Now, if the demand for beer increases, then those who produce sorghum, which is used to brew beer, will go up. So you need more people to produce more sorghum. You need more people to work in the factory to produce more beer, because the demand has gone what? High. As the demand goes high, more jobs are what? Are created. As more jobs are created, more taxes come in to expand the country, the growth of the country. Of course, you depend on taxes. And because you are many people are paying, the tax does not mean to be high there. It reduces from 30% to between 5 to 10%. Now the economy is growing. Now as the economy grows, more money in the people's what? Pockets. So that's how it is. And how do you get money in the pocket? You have a job. If you have no job, you have no money. I've told you about the border. They will not be paying those expensive motorcycles, but they will be working at 2 million shillings a year. And that means that's a 2 million shillings for 5 years. He pays 400,000. Whatever he makes, supposing he has made it 3 million, he will not take off 400,000 to pay government. The 2.6 is his or hers to be used to move forward. If he had no land, he will buy land. If he had no house, he will build a house. As the house has become more, you will demand mabati, iron sheets. You will demand cement. Now as you demand cement, Uganda Bat must produce what? Iron sheets. And as they produce iron sheets, you demand more workers to come and produce. You also demand materials to produce iron sheets. So that's how is the economy. You have put it in the productive what? Sector. So that's basically what we mean by fixing the economy and having money in your pockets. How the needs of Karamoja are known. And basically the basic needs are known. You know the basic needs of a person is food, shelter, health, clothing, education. Have I mentioned water? Those are the basic needs first of all. So if everybody has the basic needs, which he needs, shelter, then he moves to the next level until he becomes self-actualization, the top one. But now many people have not even fixed their basic what? Needs. You don't have food, you cannot take your child to school, you don't have a shelter, you have no water. That should be fixed. So the needs of Karamoja are known. Do we all have shelter? No. Do we all have water? No. I told you about water. So the needs, I know them more than any other person. And these are the needs we need to fix so that people are better. Because your cattle must be treated on right medicine. Youth. What would you do people of youth? Youth, what do you want? You are energetic. You are healthy. So an energetic force needs a job so that he can produce. If I don't give you a job, you will end up doing wrong things. You use that energy maybe to play cards, maybe to drink alcohol the whole day. That's why you see they tell that the youth are taking marijuana, doing what? That's going to be history to us. You need to employ this youth so that they are able to be able to use that useful energy as they are still young to produce. And when they produce, the economy grows. And when the economy grows, they also have money and the country moves forward. You leave the low-income country to upper country. Meanwhile, that's our interest. We need the industrial sector. What have I done? You see, I'm the one who has been advocating. If you know the cement factory, check the hazard of Parliament. I said, there's no reason for us to move stones from Karamoja to Tororo, produce cement. Why don't you bring a factory of cement in Moroto, in Karamoja, so that these stones are made into cement and whatever. Now, what will happen is that when the factories are here in the Karamoja, the people will be employed are people from what? Karamoja. And of course, sometimes I also discourage many people, but why do you want to give people from other places and leave the record first? That's where I can tell you that it is important. 25 years, yes, I've been 25 years. Follow my record. I have been advocating for people to be educated, to have basic needs and whatever. So, and I think you should really be thanking me because check my record. I have never betrayed anybody in this country. How will you rescue the minerals? Of course, minerals as a law. We should have your royalties. You should have value from your minerals. And this will go a long way to assist you. And that's why I'm saying the owners should be able to know. And that's why I come as a president. I have the capacity. Number one, you must say this is a person who has capacity. And I have a record where they have given me work I have not failed to do it, I have performed it. I love you people of Uganda. I love Karamoja. And I'm a servant whom you can. I'm not going to be a boss. I'm somebody who is going to work for you. I'm a servant. So I come here with all the energy. I've been in the government. And in fact, you will say you have been in Uganda. You have also been in Uganda. Is it okay? I've been in the government first of all as a Ugandan, but also as a member of parliament. I've made my contribution in light of asking. See, asking government, this is why you have not done it well. This one you have done well. Why haven't you done this better? That's my part I've contributed. So what will I do? That's why I'm saying 5 years is the reason why there's an election, and I'm coming here and say, well, they have done what they can. Give me an opportunity this 5 years, lend me your vote, and you see the change. But all of us are in Uganda. Is it okay to continue with one person throughout? That's why that the best dancer will also leave the stage. I want to also give you a Bible. You know, I read the Bible. This Bible is a Karamojong Bible. I got it myself and I looked for it. And it is, is this J? Where? Is this how do you read it?
Nakira.
Yeah?
Nakira.
Nakra, first Nakra, Jirwa. Okay, maybe let me ask you my sister. This is First Chronicles, chapter 29. I want her to look at verse 26 and verse 27. She will read it for you, and that's where I'll try to make my few last comments on it, because I see my brother Innocent on saying time.
Your Excellency, from where?
This one, this is First Chronicles, chapter 29. This is chapter 29, verse 26 and 27.
I will try. Karamojong reading Karamojong is. Amun Abu Daudi.
Let him. You'll try.
Let me try. Amun Abu Daudi Lahokwa Yesu. Kipu. Ayese. Ayese. Kipuka Israel. Dadang. Mikaru ngato monu omon. Abuing eskipuka Israel. Adio innocent.
This is a Bible.
Okay. 26, 27.
26, 27. That's chapter 20.
Angon abu Daudi loko kwa Yese kipuka Israel dadang ngi karunga tomono mon. Abu inges kipuka Israel alo Eburon ngi karungi kanikare ka alo Jerusalem ngi karunga tomoni uni kanyiuni. Abu inges totwana emojongit no woi ka abariti dang. Tora ngolo etopoloritai. Tara dangole etopoloritai. Yuda bu Solomon loko kuking. Kulunyokin loki cholongo king.
No, that's 26.
Ikwa pei eruosit.
That's okay. You have finished 26 and 7.
Eh.
That's okay. I hope you understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Daud ruled Israel for
40 years.
And Daud was the most loved son, despite he made comments. We Muslims, and you innocent, you're also Muslim, they do what the prayer we make is after, we did 40 days.
40 days.
Jesus Christ fasted for 40 days. The children of Israel roamed
in slavery. In Egypt.
For how many days?
For 40 days.
40
years.
The number of a thief, how many?
40.
So 40 is never. So we must really know that 40. So we come here in the name of our Lord to say that it's time to rescue our country from whatever it has happened.
Okay, thank you so much, presidential candidate. That is James Nathan Nandala Mafabi. And would like to welcome Papa Patrick Amuriato Boy in 1 minute.
Well, just very quickly,
in 1 minute,
President and all those who have called in, I want to say something about the party. We are a party that exercises internal democracy, and it's a reason that I came here in 2021 to run as for president, but today it's my brother who is running as the presidential flag bearer. Our party also is of equal opportunities, and I am calling on everybody out there to make this party their first choice party. And so, you know, when you come to FDC today, you can be a flag bearer tomorrow. You know, it doesn't discriminate, it welcomes everybody, and I think that we enjoy internal democracy than any other political party, and also invite people to join our party. I am encouraged by the level of our leaders. You know, we've interacted with them for months now, and you can see that the quality of our leaders, in expressing themselves, in understanding the problems of Karamoja, is something that is really very, very encouraging. Actually be shy about speaking out. And so there is a marked difference between those other leaders who are praising us and the leaders that we have who are prepared to speak boldly and frankly to they speak to power. They speak to power. And I think this is something that is encouraging, and there is a sign that once we have these leaders all over Karamoja, then we are going to have a better Karamoja. Finally, I want to appeal to the people of Karamoja to vote for all those candidates holding the key. We need to know one thing that has not been probably mentioned in this show, is that of the 10 presidential candidates that we have, we just have one coming from the eastern part of the country, and Karamoja is part of the east. And so should Nandala Mafabi James become the president of Uganda next year, he will be the first ever president coming from the eastern part of the country. And this should really be the pride of the Karimojong, just like the pride of we in Teso, the Bagisu, the Basoga, the Banyoli, the Bagwere, coming from eastern Uganda, the Basoga. And I think that we are going to even up some of the irregularities that have happened, distortions that have happened in the governance of this country. Now, one of the things that the president probably didn't mention, and this is going to be my last, is that we are going to be amending the constitution under him to restore term limits. And so you should be sure that Nandala Mafabi, after serving the first term, will be serving a second and final term in office. And somebody, including somebody coming from Karamoja, could then take over to become the nation's president. I would like to say thank you very much for this opportunity to speak to Karamoja. We are going to continue with our campaign in the region, and tomorrow we are going to head further north of Karamoja, and we'll be talking to people in Karbong, in Kotido, and in Abim before we leave the region to go towards Teso. But we are going to be coming back. For those who have not seen our presidential candidate, or will not have seen our presidential candidate during this particular visit, we will be coming to Amudat, we will be coming to Nabilatuk, we are going to be coming to Napak. We will also be repeating Moroto and Nakapiripirit to try to strengthen further our position as we go around. This is home to us, and our coming back here will not be limited within the campaign framework. We will also be coming here to roast meat with the Karamojong and to dance with the Medonga. So thank you very much, and good night. And I would like to say one Uganda, one people, and one people,
One Uganda.
Okay, thank you so much. That is Patrick Kamriato Boy, who has brought us to the end of this tonight's show. My name is Innocent Koret. Once again, would like to thank the presidential candidate. That's James Nathan Nandala Mafabi, Kiai Helen, Anyala Zainab Tete. We have Patrick Kamriato Boy and our brother Etolim, who are together with me in the program this great evening. It's been nice having you people. Thank you so much. Come again next time. You are the first presidential candidate we have hosted in Atekel Moroto FM. We say thank you so much for opening the door. We hope and we believe this is a sign of blessings to us, and we too leave our blessings upon you. Your doors be open wherever you are. You be welcomed and all be well. And on behalf of Atekel Moroto FM, on behalf of our management, On behalf of the staffs of Atekel Moroto FM, on behalf of the listeners, and on my own behalf, would like to say thank you so much for your time. Thank you for loving Atekel Moroto FM. You didn't know Atekel, but from nowhere, you just chose us among the many radio stations. We don't take it for granted. We want to say thank you. Come again next time, and we shall do best for you. The best of the night. My name remains Innocent Codet, 88.7 Atekel Moroto FM. As we sign out. Bye-bye. Good night.
Translate the answer. Translate
Down the pack.
the answer.